How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Curtis Zone. I, of course, your amazing host, Dylan J. Curtis. Ask that you remember to hit the like and subscribe button because today we are doing an episode on this guy, the Man of Steel himself. I have come up with a list of my favorite alternate versions of Superman, and I'm going to share that list with you right now. Before I do, remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more of me, my smiling face, and, of course, more of my bouncing pecs, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started, but before we do, news. First piece of news from the world of Paramount, they have decided to do a bunch of spin-off shows and movies that are spinning off of the Sonic the Hedgehog. Which is very awesome due to the fact that Sonic the Hedgehogs 1, 2, and 3 have been very successful so far for Paramount. And depending on the success of this upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 4, they're going to be doing a lot more. Capcom is doing a lot more with Paramount. Alright, for instance, they're currently working on a Street Fighter movie. So, let's keep that going. The second piece of news from the world of the MCU, it has been announced that Evan Peters' Quicksilver will be returning for Avengers Doomsday. However, whether or not he's having a big role or a small role in this upcoming movie has not been announced. The movie is currently in its production process, so let's keep waiting for it and we'll see it soon. The final piece of news for James Gunn's DCU, it has been announced that Paul Ben-Victor has joined the cast of The Lanterns as Atrocitus. So we are currently excited because Atrocitus, the Red Lantern, he has had a long comic book history and is the leader of the Red Lantern Corps. So let's see what they got with him, shall we? Let's kick things off at number 10, alright? But before we do, remember, this is just my list. So if you guys have your own list that you want to put down in the comment section below, do it, okay? Don't be shy. Really let us have it, okay? Let's get started with number 10. Kicking these off at number 10 and coming in strong, it is Super Soldier. The reason why he is on this list is because he's a combination of both Superman and Captain America. During World War II in the Amalgamous comic books, the government experimented on cellular growth on an alien life form. So they created a Super Soldier serum and gave it to someone and turned him into the Super Soldier. He fought in World War II and then he was frozen again and then became a writer for the Daily Planet and became known as Super Soldier. I thought that he was pretty cool because he's a combination of Captain America and Batman, which is amazing because Captain America being the most powerful hero in Marvel comic books and Superman basically being a god, the two of them combined together make one awesome hero. At number 9 on our list, it is Superman from the Absolute Universe. This Superman is very different from the original universe's Superman because this Superman is, first of all, he did not leave Krypton until he was like 5, maybe 7 years old. Secondly, his suit is way more powerful. I mean, he still has Superman's super strength and the whole 9 yards, but he has a more powerful suit, a suit with a digital cape, and a suit that shoots lava out of it as well. So I thought he was pretty cool, but that's just me talking. I don't know about the rest of you guys. At number 8 on this list, it is Superman Beyond. This Superman Beyond exists in an alternate futuristic universe with Batman Beyond's universe. In this universe, Superman is in his 80s, but he could pass for 53, okay? He still has all of his amazing powers, but he has more experience as a hero and as Superman because he exists in the same year as Batman Beyond. And I gotta say, his suit is pretty cool. It's pretty cool in this universe as well, being white and black instead of the classic red and blue. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought the suit looked amazing. Coming in at number 7, it is Justice Lord Superman. This version of Superman exists in an alternate universe where the Flash was killed by Lex Luthor, and so him and the rest of the Justice League went crazy, subjugated the entire planet, and declared martial law. This Superman is different because he is grieving, and he was the original basis for creating the Injustice Saga. And so he is grieving the Flash, but he refuses to admit it. And I thought it was pretty cool how in the Justice Lord saga, in the Justice League series, Justice Lord Superman killed Doomsday by lobotomizing his brain. I thought that was pretty fun. At number 6 on our list, it is Hank Henshaw, aka Cyborg Superman. Cyborg Superman is a very unique version of Superman. I remember him in the Reign of Superman comic books when he established himself as the main Superman and became obsessed with the subject to getting all of Metropolis. However, when he was found out, he decided to destroy every S symbol ever made. And so, this would lead to a conflict between him and Clark Kent Superman, which ultimately led to his demise. I thought that was pretty cool. Top 5 spot on this list goes to Superboy Prime. The reason being because Superboy Prime is the most powerful version of Superman ever that I've ever had the fortune and pleasure of seeing. Heck, the guy is so strong that he punched through reality itself. And when that happened, he brought a lot of people back to life that were supposed to be dead, including the Red Hood. Superboy Prime is considered so strong that he can defeat Darkseid solo in seconds. So, with that said, he has earned a spot on this list, and the top 5 spot is where he will stay. Number 4 on this list, it is John Henry Irons, aka Steel. John Henry Irons was obsessed with becoming rich and famous, and so after his parents were killed, and so he learned everything that he could at Yale and becoming a ballistics expert, and started working for a private company designing weapons for military contracts. However, after the death of Superman in Metropolis, he decided to build his own high-tech suit and become known as Citizen Steel, or Man of Steel, if you will. His suit is pretty awesome due to the fact that it is basically an Iron Man suit, but better. He wields a giant sledgehammer, and he has a gun on his wrist that shoots nails out of it. I thought that it was pretty cool because it was basically not just a nod to Iron Man, but also a slight little nod to the classic character John Henry. So, yeah, there's that. Missing the runner-up spot, but deserving some love nonetheless, is Eradicator Superman. Eradicator Superman is a Kryptonian android that was built to be a temporary replacement for Superman after the death of Superman's storyline when he fought Doomsday. Eradicator Superman is the most unique version of Superman because not only does he not have emotions, but because of this, he has more connection to people in the DC universe. And because of this, he also has all of Superman's powers as well, including his super strength, super speed, and heat vision. But he also has energy manipulation abilities, being able to shoot laser beams from his hands. I thought that was pretty cool, and I don't know about anybody else, I thought that was pretty cool. Listen to me, girl, what I see is gonna rock your world. That guy is not... Next Superman that we're going to talk about is Val-Zod Superman, aka Earth 2 Superman from the New 52s. Val-Zod Superman is very different from every other version of Superman. First of all, he is a black guy, and second of all, he has been diagnosed with agoraphobia, which is a fear of places and things. Val-Zod Superman was once befriended by Kal-El and Kara and became Earth 2's new Superman after the original Earth 2 Superman was killed and brought back to life by apocalyptic technology. However, Val-Zod is one of the most fan-favorite Supermen ever invented. Girl, look into my number 1 favorite alternate version of Superman is this. It is Calvin Ellis, aka President Superman. President Superman is a very different and very unique take on the Man of Steel. Not only was he a slight nod to Superman, but he was also a slight nod to President Obama. He is an African-American Superman who not only runs the country of the United States, but is also a Superman and uses Brainiac as his vice president. I thought that this is a very cool and very unique version of Superman because not only does the Superman have to balance his daily life as a president, but he also has to balance his life of being Earth's mightiest hero. With that said, ask yourself this question. Who do you want to see play President Superman in in James Gunn's DCU. Come on, let me see. Who do you want to do it? Thank you so much for joining me here on the Curtis Zone, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back very soon with more episodes, as you can see right down there. So, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you just want to make a request for any episode, period, put it in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you. And remember to get back to us on what you want to see next here on the Curtis Zone, and of course, what you want for me, what you want me to do with my bouncing pecs. And remember, my giveaway contest will be starting very, very soon. I will be starting that in June, so be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout about the prizes as well. Hope to see you all very soon. Peace.